Hello everyone, and now welcome to a 1v1 matchup between Happy and Th000. This game taking place here on Amazonia. Let's go ahead and take a look. This game is taken from the NetEase Master Cup 2, as well there is no population count, so all would just be forced to click on buildings to figure out what is going on. It's game time, yes, green light ring. Glad you can join me as well. And for all of you guys out there who are looking forward to WarCraft 3 or WarCraft Reforged in 2020, well, I am also one of those individuals, and DreamHack and ESL has announced a pro league with a LAN event happening in Anaheim, also I believe in Stockholm, and well, all just ways to try and qualify for their $200,000 tournament. That is going to be extremely exciting. Hope you guys can be able to check it out, and I'm trying to see if I can become part of it in any way, shape, or form, but we'll see. Hopefully there is room for me, but I know it's quite last minute for the event that's local to me, the Anaheim event happening February 21st to the 23rd, I believe. So just next month, and well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll be able to attend. Maybe we'll be able to find some very good North American players who can represent North America for as long, or just Americas in general, because there's a lot of people in the Americas, but it just seems to be underrepresented in the WarCraft 3 realm. Anyways, Death Knight going up against this Archmage in a 1v1 matchup. No big surprises here. Good use of those peasants. They're going to go ahead, call to arms. Archmage will be popping on out here in just a moment, and going to clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp. Archmage should be able to easily get to level 2. There's a quick purge, a good surround on that Renegade Wizard already. Is the Archmage going to be able to get that final shot? That is the very important question. Militia now getting in the damage onto that Acolyte. Is Archmage going to get that experience? Let's take a look. Still going to get taken down. Gets the Renegade Wizard. Going to finish off the Rogues and get to level 2. Once at level 2, let's see what's going to be happening here. Can they drop not dropping a water elemental, just leaving the water elemental here to absorb all of that damage. Militia are being brought over, but the militia significantly weaker. That timed life has been dropped off a lot and very difficult to engage. I really hope that they add 5 seconds back to the militia time overall. It allows for faster movement, and most of the time you want to be able to engage. If your opponent is engaging you out here a little bit further away, you still want to be able to call to arms and then bring your units over. Sometimes it takes a good 5 seconds to even walk your units over for them to fight. Anyways, let's take a look back across here. Death Knight now chasing down a footman. Happy. Is he going to be able to throw off a Death Coil for that steal? No. Trying to get some damage onto those skeletal minions. Down to 8 hit points. That's going to easily get denied. Happy having all the time in the world to deny that skeletal minion. Now, with this said and done, Happy most likely, he purposely trying to grab some additional skeletal minions right here. It's a 5-on-3 fight right now. Death Knight coming back over as well. Rock Golem, damage going down onto that Death Knight. There's an ensnare, and are we going to perhaps get a 4-unit surround onto an ensnared footman? Yes, we are. Crypt Fiend adding in a little bit of extra damage as well. There it goes. Death Knight up to 2, getting extra help from the map itself. Death Knight, didn't get the shot there. Is he going to be able to get the Rock Golem? Oh, wait, did he get the Rock Golem? He got the Rock Golem with either skeletal minions or a Crypt Fiend, getting that big big bonus on experience, as the Archmage constantly being denied level 3, finally getting it off the skeletal minions themselves. Now at level 3, Archmage going up against a level 2 Death Knight. The Wand of Mana Stealing was already used to deny 1 Death Coil, and we'll see if it's going to be used again to add in a Water Elemental too. So far, things are looking up and up. Archmage going to be going after the Kobold Taskmaster here. 5-3-3 creep camp. Archmage looking to augment his gold while getting additional experience onto that Archmage. Death Knight going to be hanging back just a little bit, perhaps waiting to get some more Crypt Fiends before finally moving out to start clearing creep camps of his own. Hello, Waltari Jotis. Water Elemental down to 47 hit points. Could easily get taken down. One more shot. There it goes. Archmage with the denial, though. Death Knight well, on the board, perhaps going to try and take down some of those footmen, as that low hit point Crypt Fiend down to 94 hit points, but getting body blocked by the Archmage still. Skeletal minions are shifting back down to the south. Skeletal minions are already here trying to disrupt, and will enough damage be done to all of these peasants as they are running in and out of the gold mine? Footmen finally being brought over to the party. We're going to see a little bit of an engagement. Now skeletal minions could easily get taken out. Damage is getting added up here as we're going to take a look. Well, some of them are able to hide. There goes one peasant. There goes another, as the peasants are just falling. Skeletal minions going to get taken out due to time life. Death Knight now making its way back over. Let's take a look. Our scout tower needs to get repaired if it wants anything to stick around. Not going to stick around, and Happy is in a great spot to really punish this expansion before it gets up and running. All right, there goes another footman there. Going to turn back, volley around the other way. Archmage sitting at level 3. Death Knight, is it going to perhaps get one mana stealing again to deny a death coil? That could be absolutely key to try and stop that at 72 mana. There's the one mana stealing, as I saw, and the Death Knight now, well, having to wait a little bit longer. Militia now being called back over. Archmage has enough for another water elemental here, as the skeletal minions are trying to finish off more and more units. New arcane tower needs to be built. Archmage chasing back, and that wand of mana stealing with 100 mana swing from the Death Knight to the Archmage made its presence known, as well. There was enough to deny a death coil and also drop an additional water elemental to continue to fight back. Footmen, a number of them are low on hit points. Crypt Fiend could easily get a volley finish off that. Footman there. Oh, looks like it's going to get taken down. There it goes. Death Knight slowly inching its way, and Happy really winning out on these micro wars. However, this Crypt Fiend could have a very bad day here. Going to end up getting pad and get taken down. There it goes as well. Lich currently out onto the field. Big Frost Nova melting down more units. Lich also has a Rod of Necromancy, starting to finish off some more units. Crypt Fiend nearby. Death Knight is off over here as well. Is going to be able to get some, well, gets another Frost Nova again. It looks like another peasant got taken down, as this low hit point Death Knight playing on a razor's edge. And at some point, it's kind of like in football or soccer. The more shots on goal you have, well, eventually it's going to have an effect here. And that Death Knight, well, constantly playing on that razor's edge, eventually he should get taken down unless Happy makes some incredible saves throughout this match. All right, gonna take down another unit there. Lich already at level 2. Is it gonna get another big Frost Nova? Are we gonna see a, yes, Frost Nova across multiple units again, as you are taking a look. Scroll of Regeneration, healing up all of those units. Footman now looking to back up here. Let's take a look. Well, Footman getting a good surround onto those units. Let's take a look. Is it going to cost them a Footman? Yes, it will. Footman for a Crypt Fiend. A trade that Happy will make. Well, no, sorry, not Happy. Th000 will make all game long. Mikey Mike, 123, thank you for sticking around. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Taking a look back across here, Death Knight sitting at level 3, looking to finish off some water elementals, get some more experience again, down to 55 hit points. Death Knight could lob a death coil here to try and get it, but no, not going to be doing that. Didn't need the experience that much, as he wants that mana to keep the units alive and well. What's happening here next? Lich continuing the pressure onto those water elementals. Water elementals now pouring back. Footmen are going to engage. And Th000 has a large army of footmen. That is rather scary at this point and stage in the game. You don't want to be sitting on this many footmen, this number of this many tier 1 units. Eventually, it is just going to turn into experience on the other side. We are looking at, well, waiting on Th000 to get his Mountain King. Mountain King not yet being trained. We are not even at tier 2, as the overall units of Happy are generally getting better and better. 41 supply compared to 39. And the army of Happy is actually slightly larger once you consider that there are additional workers coming for Th000. All right, let's take a look. There is Destroyers now up in the air, going to go after those scout towers very quickly. There it goes up, going to try and finish things off. Really should be going for that arcane tower. That arcane tower could be big damage indeed, as it is a heavy armor deal. Meanwhile, Destroyers going to be going after that tower right there. Archmage getting some damage onto that Destroyer. Going to devour magic right there, regenerate some hit points, and now battle it up All right, Happy eating through Th000's base right now. Death Knight, however, without mana. Goblin Shredder in the back as well. Let's take a look. Militia should get taken down. Death Knight is going to be in trouble. Lich also fallen as well. So Army not going to be able to survive here. And Death Knight going to get taken out. There it goes. And now Th000 is going to have a humongous advantage if he can fend off against these destroyers. There goes, well, let's take a look. There goes another Crypt Fiend again. 2 heroes lost. Archmage at 5 with the Mountain King now being trained. Undead has a little bit of gold, resurrecting the Lich the old-fashioned way, may train up the Death Knight from the tavern. Otherwise, it may just be too long for that Death Knight to get back in. However, the Destroyer is having an absolute field day across here. Archmage joining in on the fight, gonna try to perhaps focus down this Destroyer here, and the Destroyers are gonna force this Archmage to stay close to home. Death Knight was in fact resurrected, and Happy lost that battle, but he still has a chance to win the war. Workshops with fly machines now getting added. Arcane Sanctum training up priest and perhaps spellbreakers. Destroyer still having an absolute blast, just taking down peasant after peasant as the Death Knight joins in on the fight here as we see, well, some of these units about to get taken down. Renegade Wizard about to fall. Don't allow the Lightning Shield to finish it off. Death Knight is at 4. Lich is at 2. Also has the Orb of Corruption. Mountain King creeping away from all of the action there, get to level 2 without any problems. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, Forest Troll now getting taken out. We are looking at 2 base human against a 1 base undead. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight, but Death Knight with Ring of Protection and Frost Armor gonna have no problems whatsoever shaking off that damage. Footman still throwing up a defend, standing in a defensive posture, trying to reflect back some of that Crypt Fiend damage, but moving a little bit too slow for comfort. Archmage is sitting at 5, has a good, gives the Circuit of Nobility to the Mountain King, Gloves of Haste, and also the Ring of Protection. Archmage is going to have a very bad day if that Lich gets to level 3 and that Death Knight gets to level 5. Once that happens, all of a sudden, we've seen how quickly the Archmage can melt if it has a little bit of damage and is at the receiving end of the undead nukes. On top of this, we could be looking at a Dark Ranger at some point to force silence as the Archmage now making its rounds back out again. All right, Flying Machines overhead. Crypt Fiends, are they going to be able to web them down? We are looking to perhaps start an engagement and a battle here in just a moment. 56 supply, picking off those trailing units. As you're going to take a look, that Footman going to get taken down right there as well. All right, more Devour Magic, more negative armor. Let's take a look. Is going to get taken out very easily. One more shot. There it goes. A big Frost Nova right there. There goes another Footman. And all of these Footmen are just absolutely getting destroyed. Lich now up to level 3. One more shot should do it. There it goes. Archmage still running around the bushes here, trying to get a good flank, and all of a sudden the Flying Machines are in position. Stormbolt right there. That is a large squadron of Flying Machines in the air, ready to take down the Destroyer. Destroyer's trying to stick around, and we are going to take a look. Are we going to see any... Well, there is a little bit of web, but it doesn't really matter. Flying Machine now back on the ground, and I gotta say, if there's a Flying Machine just stuck on the ground, couldn't it just... like shoot the other ground units since it's on the ground again? I'm not really quite sure how the math or the reasoning behind that happens, as the Mountain King now looking to pull back again. Crypt Fiend's gonna take down this Flying Machine. Web gonna be coming to an end. There it goes. And it looks like without Destroyers, Happy is gonna now transition into Abominations to deal with all of the ground units here. Spellbreakers, actually very weak to Abominations. I believe we saw a Tome of Retraining on the Archmage. As we're looking at as we're looking at the Archmage and the Mountain King still running around in circles, we are teching the tier 3 now done, and we may be getting into a Paladin, perhaps also a Staff of Sanctuary, only level 1 Masonry upgrades, as Th000 gonna be clearing out this corner creep camp here. Water Elemental being dropped down, gonna go after the Renegade Wizard. Are we going to get a blizzard or a purge onto that water elemental? Yes, we are. And I guess that's a little bit of a downside. Normally, that renegade wizard would attack the spellbreakers first, but since the spellbreakers are themselves magic immune, they end up not taking that purge, and it ends up going towards the water elemental. Mountain King sitting at level 2, Robe of Magi. Did you ever play serious Warcraft 3? Like professionally? I played in a couple of online tournaments. I think I was really much. I ended up becoming much more of a random team ladder player. It's a lot of fun, but I found myself. Getting a bit too stressed and focusing too much on the game. In order to play at the upper echelons of the game, you really have to dedicate yourself and focus onto the game a lot in order to really play in those high levels. I think at my best, I was probably like rank 10 to rank 25 on US West in random team. So whatever that was back in 2005, 2006, that's what I was doing. I was probably in the top, definitely within the top 50 on US West. But then again, it's random teams, so you don't have all the intricacies and all the timings that go in order for 1v1. I could never play 1v1. I would just get too harsh on myself, and I would actually get like it was just absolutely frustrating that, you know, me playing was no longer fun, and I didn't need a second job at night. Anyways, let's go ahead and shift things back over here. Knights ready to go. Spellbreaker's going to engage. Knights do have Sundering Blades. Going to go straight after that. Crypt Fiend right there. Do we have an Orb of Fire? Don't see an Orb of Fire anyway, so the Death Coils are still going to be able to heal pretty readily. As we're going to take a look, Battling is still out. Spellbreaker gets taken down. Death Coil is in time, but the Mountain King still going to finish it off. Holy Light saved that Spellbreaker there. More Battling coming across again. All right, low hit point Crypt Fiend looking to get away. Sundering Blades on the Knights, dealing bonus damage here. It looks as though the Obsidian Statue trying to head back. Is it going to get taken down? Yes, it will, as we are now looking at the Crypt Fiend falling as well. Another Death Coil, a big save. And this is one of those situations where not having the Orb of Fire is making a very big difference. Paladin gets taken out after all of that here. Death Coil saving the Lich once more, transitioning back onto a different target again. Thank you for the $10 donation. Thank you very much, as the units are still running around again. Lich still back up to full. Knight trying to get away. Stormbolt right there. Archmage is actually the one with the Orb of Fire, and that does make a little bit of sense, as the Archmage, since it's not trying to, well, rain down a whole bunch of blizzards, has that range ability to reduce the effectiveness of healing and regeneration. I am doing well. Hoping... thank you for asking, Bit. As well, we see a little bit of healing getting underway. Are we going to be getting more priests? No, actually, more Spellbreakers. Paladin rejoins in on the fight. He has a Staff of Sanctuary. Double Clarity Potions. Going to give one most likely to the Paladin as well. No, Staff of Sanctuary saving those units. Holy Light trying to save some more units again, as we're looking at a low hit point Spellbreaker. Well, healing back up. All right, back into the corner here. Rock Golem's going to get pulled to the very back before they are engaged. Flying Machines, however, catching sight of this. A quick ensnare. And here we go. Knight with Sundering Blade trying to get into position here. Ghouls are also joining in on the fight. Units need to back up. And what is going on? The positioning all just a little bit odd here, as we're going to try and engage. There is a Stormbolt onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend is it going to get Death Coiled? Waiting for it. Yes, there is the Death Coil again. Sundering Blades, Frost Nova. Knights now not fast enough to really do much, as we are looking at more Frost Novas just slowing down much of the human army. All right, Mountain King, well, Thunderclap not working out all too well, trying to finish off more and more of those Crypt Fiends. There goes another, as the Spellbreakers are, well, turning back around to fight down that Lich. Lich could be in trouble. Lich down to 177. There goes up to 398 at the last possible second, gets healed back up. But, well, that Orb of Fire really reducing the amount of healing that could have been done there. Let's take a look. Obsidian Statue now looking to back away. 58 hit points, able to stay alive. Back on the other side, Siege Engine putting pressure onto the Necropolis itself, as the Destroyers now shift its weight back over. All right. Lot of damage, lot of engagement going on both sides. Let's take a look. Siege Engine, well, repairs are now underway, trying to get up some ziggurats. Thank you, Rabbit Hole 1234 for the follow. As the Knights, well, Paladin and Mountain King really need to get a bit of experience. All right, I'm surprised that the Archmage is still even in this fight. Dropping a Water Elemental and then getting the heck out of here is probably the better call, since the Archmage cannot gain any experience. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Once the Granite Golem is actually low enough, we are going to get Brilliance Aura onto the Dwarf. Well, Dwarf's smoking a pipe right there. Getting a little bit more mana, but I gotta believe that item will be sold. Tome of Agility +2 given to the Paladin, upping his armor to 5. Destroyers, well, actually very close to those flying machines. That's not where you want to be. We're gonna see a little bit of an engagement. Web trying to web down those units. Let's take a look. More damage coming across multiple units here. Are we gonna see a Stormbolt there? No. Crypt Fiend still okay. Death Knight now trying to shift back again. Holy Light trying to save some more units. Flying machines going after the Destroyers. Destroyers going after the flying machines. But the Destroyers do not have mana in this matchup. Holy Light saving that Archmage. Archmage down to 74 hit points, down to 9. It gets taken down. Death Knight now at level 6. Death Knight could be in trouble, though. Just sacrificing everything, trading a level 6 Death Knight for a level 5 Archmage. And, well, it's finally going to get taken down. Paladin gets up to level 3. All the units are still fighting their way through. The two primary heroes already lost here, as we could be looking at a Holy Light to try and save some more units. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend happy, in serious trouble as he's trying to retreat back. It's going to get taken out as well. Death Knight could get resurrected back the other way. Fly machines eating up the Destroyers as they're trying to make their way in. Archmage gets resurrected, only to get taken back out again. Death Knight, however, is back out onto the field. And bonus experience for Happy for taking down the level 5 Archmage again, almost getting the level 6. As well, he tried to get a Frost Nova onto the Paladin, but it looks like the Paladin is okay for now. All right, Death Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight going to be in serious trouble. Cannot stick around for very long. Extra mana. Perhaps going after the Obsidian statues would be a better call. Staff of Sanctuary onto the wrong unit. Really should have been going for this Knight instead. Archmage is now out. Dark Ranger also out. Archmage going to try and run for it. Death Coil, Frost Nova, Holy Light. Just a trifecta of abilities. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being transferred over as well as the Knight gets taken out. All right, let's take a look at this. Is this Dark Ranger? Nope. Going after the Lich instead. Lich could be in serious trouble, trying to break its way free. Death Knight is nearby again. More range damage coming across. And this is just Hero Battle 102 as damage getting added up. Mountain King trying to chase. The Brilliance Aura actually on the Mountain King. Helpful. Stormbolt onto the Lich. Takes it down. Level 5 now for the Mountain King. Level 4 now for the Paladin. Paladin gets a little bit of extra mana to heal up the Archmage again. Beautiful, beautiful plays back and forth. A lot of hero deaths, a lot of, well, shift in momentum, and that's what we want to see in a good WarCraft 3 game. Both players playing extremely well right now. As we are looking at, well, Knights. Do they have Animal War training? Yes, they do. However, the Disease Cloud going to offset much of that healing. Needs to see a little bit of Scroll of Regeneration to offset that as well. We are not looking at Priests, though. No Priests out onto the field. And even having a couple of Priests to add longevity is extremely, extremely important. Archmage getting very close to level 6. Let's take a look. Mountain King does end up selling that Brilliance Aura pipe, Kagar's Pipe of Insight, as the Mountain King now going to shift its way back over. Dark Ranger, Stormbolt straight up onto that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend going to get a Death Coil, still gets healed back up pretty much almost completely, now transferring back over to a different unit. Archmage needs to back away. Holy Light saves some more here as we are still engaging again. Spellbreaker, Staff of Preservation saves that as the Dark Ranger now trying to pull back again. All right, there goes a Dark Ritual Lich now back onto the board with a little bit more mana, trying to engage again. We are taking a look. Siege Engines are here. They have Frost Armor, more damage. Oh, Goblin Zeppelin picking up, getting picked up. That Lich, the flying machine should have been there to shoot down that Goblin Zeppelin earlier. It could have enabled the kill or at least denied the save of that Lich in that situation. All right, gonna go ahead and try and fight some more. Flying machines chasing after that unit, and it is gonna go ahead and drop now, but nothing was in. Saving the Archmage again as the Archmage pulls back. Flying machines pretty much just giving aerial view support as the Paladin is in serious trouble. Silence right there. Is it going to be able to survive as we are looking at, to continue to fight? All right, let's take a look. There goes level 6 onto the Archmage. Archmage should be able to do quite a bit of something here, going straight after that Death Knight. Death Knight now down to 600 some odd hit points, now trying to back away again. Paladin needs to back away. Oh, Archmage gets taken out. Archmage once again not having enough survivability items, no pipes of insight or anything, and ends up trading a level 6 Archmage for only a level 2 Dark Ranger and possibly a level 5 Mountain King. Holy Light does keep him alive a little while longer. He is running for the hills. Units are trying to head all the way back as we're looking at, well, peasants and siege engines stopping the mining over here. Happy is in trouble. Happy is now sitting on 1 base compared to 0 base, or 0 bases compared to 1. And with that said, Th000 actually has the advantage the longer this game goes. 2 peasants getting taken out. Siege engines once again on the move. And this is the problem. Only the abominations are actually effective at dealing damage to the siege engines. Siege engines also with 6 armor already with reduced damage there. Flying machines overhead do not have the bombs at all, as the Archmage may be able to mass teleport into position. There it goes. There is that mass teleport. Is it going to get melted the instant it get there, though? That is the question, as the Death Knight and the Lich is going to go ahead and go straight after that Archmage again. Holy Light saves right there, as the Death Knight now trying to shift back over. There's a Dark Rich, or I believe that was a Death Pack. Death Knight could be in trouble. Death Knight gets taken down, and there you have it. Well, the Death Knight at level 6 now taken out, and there is the game. Happy losing to Th000 in what I will call a marathon session, offering up the blood of heroes in this 1v1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more.